Hey guys, Victoria Mora with Victoria E. Mora Realty, Berkshire Hathaway Home Services. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm super excited to share with you and talk about my favorite thing today, which is real estate investing. So you probably know I sell real estate here in Metro Atlanta and throughout Georgia. But in addition to that, I am a real estate investor and also a happy landlord. I've been a real estate investor for a long time, and people ask me, how did I get started in that? Many people come to me and say that they too would like to be a real estate investor, but they have no idea how to get out of the gate. And people have this idea that it's going to be really complicated, and it is not. I'm so passionate about real estate investing and being a landlord. It's something that I have gotten so much out of, and I truly believe that there's really no other way that you can grow your net worth and your personal wealth as quickly and as much as you can with real estate investing. So I want to bring to you my personal story of how I got started and hope that it encourages you. If after hearing this, you have any interest, you want to sit down for a cup of coffee and see how maybe you can get started, I'm happy to help you. I'm always happy to talk about real estate. It's my favorite thing in the world. So I actually had to go into my files and find my closing statement. I couldn't even remember when I bought my first house. My first house I bought in April of 2008. I actually still own this house. It is in South Fulton. It's been a really good house to me. I had a little bit of money that I had saved up from my work. I was living in living in Louisiana, excuse me, and traveling almost full time for work. And my life mentor, who was also a real estate investor and developer, said, why don't you buy a house with that money? And I said, well, okay. Well, Louisiana, we didn't have really affordable houses at the time, but I had heard that in Atlanta, the prices were getting to an affordable amount. 2008, as you may recall, is when the housing it really began to transition, and the values kind of went down. Now, that's a whole nother story of why that happened. I'd be happy to sit down for a very long cup of coffee and talk about that with you too. But anyway, 2008, I came to Atlanta. And I met a great real estate agent that I'm still actually friends with their family. We went out and looked at about 6 houses, and the last one I walked into, I decided to write an offer on it. It was built in 2006. So it was 2 years young. It was 5 bedrooms, 2.5 baths, about 2,500 square feet. And it was in pretty much excellent move-in condition. And I felt like it would be a perfect first home. So I ended up buying that house for $109,000. I brought to the closing table $13,000. So for my down payment and the closing costs that I had to cover, at the time it was $13,000. My interest rate at the time was 5.875%. Now, I know in today's market, people would be like, oh, that's so much. But at the time, that was actually a really good interest rate, and I didn't think twice, and I felt like I had gotten a good deal. And today I can tell you I most assuredly got a very good deal. I ended up not moving into that house because I continued to travel for work. So I was able to utilize it as a rental home. And I've had it now for 14 years. The house has been filled almost full time. I consider myself to be an excellent landlord, and I like to provide a quality home. So my tenants tend to move in and stay for a very long time and take really good care of the house. But let's talk about the real numbers of why this was a great investment, and really to help open and expand your mind as to what it could mean to have real estate investment property. So remember, I bought the house for $109,000. Well, its current value is $335,000. So throughout the time, now, I remember my first investment was $13,000. The tenant is paying the rent every single month. So that's paying the mortgage, the insurance, the taxes, with enough money left over to escrow to cover repairs and the occasional thing that comes up that needs to be taken care of with any home that you would own. So we are looking at, if I were to sell that house today, the potentiality of a profit of $286,000. I really don't know any other way or what other kind of investment you can make that in 14 years on a $13,000 initial investment that it can yield that much of a profit. So, but you're thinking, well, yeah, but the market's crazy, and our value is going to continue to go up like that. And what if they don't, and I buy a house and then 10 years later it hasn't, it just exploded? Well, I can tell you. So A very conservative market would be an annual increase in value of about 3%. That is an extremely conservative market when you look at historically all of real estate. So 14 years at a 3% increase per year would put that value at about 165,000. So even at 165,000, which would be a very conservative rate of increase in value, if I sold that house at 165 and paid off the remaining mortgage, which is 49,000, I would still have a profit of 116,000. Again, for that 13,000 initial investment over 14 years of, taking care of the home, a profit of 116,000. That's enough money for a lot of things. I mean, for college, for towards your retirement, whatever the case may be. But again, the real numbers are a totally different story. And that is a potential profit if I were to actually sell the house of 286,000. So that's the sale of the house, paying off the remaining mortgage of 49,000. Guys, I'm telling you, you may be asking me, well, that was a long time ago and houses aren't that price anymore. Well, if you follow me at all, you know that last year I bought 2 more investment homes, and that it was really at when we consider the height of the market. One of the houses, I actually outbid 19 other people to get the house. And so I really was committed to paying at that moment what was top dollar for a house because it had extreme value to me. Now, in the short time since I purchased the house, the value of that house has gone from 270,000 to 340,000. It's only been a matter of months. So it's not too late for you. It is absolutely not too late. If this is something that you've always had a dream of, I'm passionate about helping make people's dreams come true, especially in the world of real estate. So reach out to me again. I'm happy to share any of my personal experience with you that might help you to get the ball rolling in your own life and help you to achieve your own dreams. Thank you so much for sharing this time with me. I hope you have an awesome day. Again, Victoria Mora with Victoria E. Mora Realty.